Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we're going to get started working on a MacBook Pro that's not turning on. This is an A1398 MacBook Pro. We're going to try and figure out what's wrong with it. See if we can make it work again. There. Let's get started. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having themselves a decent day. Free of the coronavirus. Doing my best to stay corona-free. Doing my best to stay corona-free myself, actually. And we're going to start the stream, as always, by removing the coronavirus from this MacBook. Let's remove that coronavirus from this MacBook. Kill that corona. Die, virus. Die, virus. Die. You're going to liquid damage that machine. Liquid damage? Liquid damage? It's already liquid damaged! Fuck you think it's here for? Ah. You want to talk about poison? I am poison! You want to talk about liquid damage? I am liquid damage! I know it's a piece of shit, Louis, but she is my piece of shit. Hope all goes well and hope's all going well with you and your staff. Keep your head up. You're all formidable. Better word than awesome. Also, I changed out the batteries a while back. And my cats tried helping, so I'm missing some screws. True story. Feel free to replace them as well. Thank you to all involved in this repair. Thank you for the very nice letter. Does anybody know what show it is that I'm stealing that from? You want to talk about poison? I am poison! Let's see if anybody can guess. Who remembers their Saturday morning cartoons? Interesting, Donald. Yeah, I put the filter back on because I thought it looked a little better. Maybe it's placebo, but if I think it looks better, then that means it probably does look better. Really? Nobody knows? Nobody knows. Sesame Street, oh, for fuck's sake. Nobody has a clue. Tom and Jerry, no. Batman and Robin, meh, close. Warner Brothers, oh, for fuck's sake. That's just... Batman Forever? No. Batman, close. Not it. Very close, though. Batman Beyond. Outseeker remembers it. That was Derek Powers in episode 13, season 1, played by Sherman Howard. One of my favorite voice actors outside of Michael Ironside in any of these cartoons. Okay. You want to talk about poison? I am poison. Ah, son of a bitch. You're gonna make me pay to watch this shit. Yeah, well. Any tips on starting a business? Start instead of asking for tips. So that's what... Most people don't start a business or fuck it up because they don't just get to work. If you're waiting until things are perfect to get started, well, you're never going to get started. 'Cause if you look at that list of shit that you're supposed to have when you're starting a business, I don't even have it, so... Okay. How was sushi? Tried a different selection. That was fucking amazing. Thank you very much. I don't deserve what you guys do for me. Well, I guess I deserve what 90% of you do for me. For the other 10%, I don't deserve it. Okay, so this is your standard piece of shit 820-3332 board with the U8900 chip issue. And the issue with this one, the 820-3332, is a buck converter problem. And let's see if that's the case here or if it's actually dead. Most likely this is powering on. The customer thinks it's not powering on because they see nothing on the screen. It's kind of a boring problem at this point, to be honest. Joshua Hall says hi from Wisconsin. Why, hello. Your state has let people free. How is freedom? For those of us who are close to forgetting what it is. How is freedom? Alright, so it's taking an amp, which means this thing is turning on. This is a boring-ass U8900 issue. Actually, yeah, this thing turns on already. So, there's really not much to it. This just needs a U8900. And it'll work. We will get approval for that and go on. 600 milliamps, it should be booting. Sometimes it boots and it doesn't. I expect a handshake and or being shot if I ever make it to New York City. You know, one of the things that I really like about I shouldn't say that because that's going to get clipped when I try to run for governor in 2050. Louis likes coronavirus. Louis likes death. One of the things that is preferable about the outcome of coronavirus is that I have a legitimate excuse for my disdain for shaking people's hands. Because I hate shaking people's hands. I don't want to shake people's hands. I don't want to touch random people's sweaty fucking palms and, you know, God forbid, you know, when the last time they washed their hands, who the fuck knows? Probably licking their fingers and all sorts of nasty shit, touching greasy stuff and then touching me. I've always wanted to avoid that. But now, I don't have to shake anybody's hand. I could just say, sorry, you know, I'm just being hygienic. I just want to protect myself and my staff from corona. It's not because I hate people. It's awesome. Hi from Germany. Thank you, Fink. All right. What's a simple way to protect a laptop? One of the best ways to protect a laptop is to not purchase an Apple one. Why is missing PM sleep S4L such a hard to solve problem? Because it can be almost anything. There's no real narrowing down of the problem to a specific circuit. Missing PM sleep S4L can be a number of different things, and you typically don't have a hint as to which one it is. And that's the part that sucks. This screw is stripped. So I'm going to try to put a T6 screwdriver into the T5 hole and see if that lets me remove it. Okay, that screw is so stripped that nothing's going to remove it. So you want to see a trick? I'll show you a trick. Exolite 175M, fine tip snippers. It allows you to grab under the screw, like so. And then you twist. And then once you've given it a little twist, even if it's still stripped, you should be able to grab it. I left a little love bite in the SSD, but there's no traces on the ends of this SSD. So I'm good. I don't really gotta care. There's a little love bite on the surface of it. That's fine. I gave the SSD a bit of a hickey. Welcome to file a complaint. All right. There's a screw missing there, but that is what it is. All these screws are semi-stripped. All right. I think I see a long screw here. Oh, you put a long screw in the short hole. No, long screw in short hole. No. No, you go over here. I think. Yeah, you'll do. You're not long screw, so. Luckily on this model, long screw doesn't do that much damage over there. It'll do a lot of damage on the CPU area, but not in the fan area. So this person got lucky. By the way, everybody, how are you all enjoying this new overhead camera? With the, well, same overhead camera, but with the new tripod. Check it out. See, I can adjust my zoom all the way if I want. Minimal shakiness. Okay, I could still tighten some shit over there if I really wanted to. There's some shit I should probably tighten. But otherwise, like, that's full zoom right there. So, much better, I think. We still got some adjustments to make. That'll be the job of Hi, the stream assistant, when he returns. We'll be dragging him back, kicking and screaming shortly. Oh, they stripped. This is evil. That's evil! They stripped the screws that I can't get to with the Exolite flush cutters. Oh, come on. That's fucked up. Look, how am I supposed to fit a flush cutter in there? That's evil. Strip the other screws, not this one. You should cut your heatsink. If any computer deserved a slightly shrunk heatsink, it's this one. You piece of son of a bitch. Alright, let's get this useless plastic rubbish out of the way. Didn't Eugene put your office floor in? Yes, he did. The shakiness of that camera is not related to the floor shaking. It's related to the fact that I'm zooming that far on a cheap-ass tripod. Well, now it's not cheap, but you get the idea. It's not as cheap as before. Thanks for your live streams. You give me entertainment while I work from home. Tell Steve to give the great work on the new data recovery content. Holy shit. Thank you very much, Clay Freeman. Wow. I sincerely doubt I'm worth that much, but I appreciate it very much. Hi likes that sweet extra 600 in his UEC. Oh, that's the thing. I haven't fired Hi. So I'm not giving him the satisfaction of collecting unemployment. I haven't laid anybody off. Can't file unemployment if you still have a job. Alright. Okay, there we go. So now I'm able to get to the freaking screw. Once I take that plastic shit off. And now, even though I have decreased gripping, I should be able to take it out with this. Holy shit! This thing is so... Wow! Yeah, this is murderous. They murdered every screw. Every screw. I can't get this thing to turn at all. Hello, Catherine. Let's see. Put a small flat screwdriver under head of screw and twist. Oh, that's not worth that much effort. Bite me, Clay Freeman, I one-up you. Holy fuck. I'm not worth this. Listen, I'm like, there are titty streamers you can get to like do more interesting things for you on camera if you give them that money. I'm telling you, you're wasting it here. Here we go. A T6 screwdriver will let me get it out. Okay. It's a lot to invest. Stop using a DeWalt impact driver to put screws into a MacBook. Catherine, how is your kitty? Erica got a toy for Oreo that runs around and has a little fuzzball. We're trying to get him to exercise because he's becoming a fat ass. Use a rubber band down in the screw. That is nonsense. You crazy. That would require that I get up and get the rubber band, and I can get the job done without having to get up. And if you're able to get the job done without having to get up, then why would you put yourself through the torture of having to get up? Thank you, Cuddly Peach. Titty streamers when there is crotch cam? No way, says Harry. Yeah, but you're not even getting crotch cam. Is this an attempted repair by another company or the owner? The owner, that's why it's no big deal. But again, they own this computer. If you own it, then you can fuck it up all you want. If it doesn't belong to you, then fuck you for fucking it up. But this is the owner's computer. You have the right to destroy your own property. As I do on a regular basis. Just ask the guy that tried to fix my bike. Oh, that poor bastard. He was refusing to take my money for his attempt, too. I told him, like, I have a basic... He says, yeah, but I didn't fix it. And I said, yeah, but the basic rule that I have is even if I can't fix it, if you fucked with it, you have to pay. And my bike is, well, something. Okay. Might have to clean off my polarizer filter again. I put it back on. I wasn't really excited about the image quality I was getting with just the plain light. So we're back to the polarizer. I kind of like it with the polarizer. Some people said you have to have the light polarized as well, and like that's a rabbit hole I don't feel like going down. So we're going to do this. Okay, maybe we can get Steve a PC3K card for set. Is this because Anel showed his tits at the end of the last stream? Is that what this is about? Because if that's what this is about, I have no problem exploiting someone who just got hit by a truck for my own personal gain. Is this to bring him back? No flux in your store? No. Terrible Fire. Am I out of flux? Because if I am, I'll check inventory and fix it. Also, everybody, Terrible Fire was one of the original people who was watching this channel back in the day. So just say a big shout out to Mr. Terrible Fire there. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm liking the quality with the polarizer filter a lot more. Alright, so... You people are too kind. You're out of stock of flux. Let's see. Do I have flux? Because if I do... Hi, I'm going to need you to log in and put it back in stock. And after that, I'm going to kick down on the dick. Holy crap. Are we really out of flux? No way. My God, I'm getting chills. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, hi. Hi, can you say that we have 15 left? So put on the site that we have quantity 15 and I don't know, yeah. And Dan is going to indeed get kicked in the dick for allowing us to get that low on flux. Okay, so this is U8900. This is what commonly causes us to have no image or intermittent image because of shit solder joints. I'm just going to clean off all the dirt before we get started. Now, when I say shit solder joints, let's just take a look so you can get an idea what it is I'm talking about here. These are some... This is... Yeah, that's brittle. That is some brittle solder joints. Solder, as they would say. And yeah, let's zoom in all the way. Get you guys a nice picture. Yeah, you see how brittle this is? You see that? That's apple soldering right there. See that? So this chip is responsible for controlling the transistors that make up the buck converter from the main power rail, PP Bus G3 hot, to the GPU. And if you look at that fourth pin from the left, like the fourth pin from the left, that is just pure, there's no other way to put it. That's just dog shit. Like, let's just zoom all the way, because we can. Yeah. I'm going to keep the polarizer. I may wind up going for an LED fiber light thing, but I'm definitely going to keep the polarizer. Oh my god. I mean, that's just shit. There's no other way to put it. That is trash. That is absolute, utter, gutter, rubber. Rudder? Fuck, I'm Bidening again. It's trash. It's just garbage. So, what are we going to do here? Oh, that's a great question. We're going to turn on my fume extractor, turn on my soldering iron. I like to use a T30-KN tip with a HAKKO 2032. You can see that I keep mine in immaculate condition. Tape everywhere. This is the FM 2032 soldering iron, and I should have a link in the description below. And a T30-KN tip. See, it's shaped like chisel, like a knife there at the end. I like that shape. It makes it easier to do QFN retouching like this. So what I do is I'm going to take some Amtech flux that should never be out of stock in your store, and if it ever is, God help your shipping person. We're going to put a basic amount of flux over here, like so. We're going to take some solder. And we're going to get to work. So watch what they look like now once this is done. So I'm just going to raise the temperature here on this iron. For some reason it's at the 750. That's not going to do. I'm going to raise it to 840. As you can see, the solder is not dragging the way I'd like. My wife wants to donate ear savers that help hold the face mask on without destroying ears. Would you use? I don't know. I could try it out. Yeah, the store address is fine. Thank you so much, Solus. I really appreciate that. So... Now, when there's a lot of flux, it can be really hard to see things, so I'm going to turn on HDR. Thank you very much to the person who pointed out that my camera actually has HDR. I'm usually using OBS in a shrunk window so that I can read chat while streaming, so I can't really read what most of that stuff says. Let's see, what happens if I just turn that all the way up for right now? So, for these moments... There we go. I charged someone $180 what was an SMC reset after diagnosing the machine. Am I a bad person? Do you mean SMC reset chip or SMC reset like holding the button down? I don't know. The way I see it is this: like if you knew that happened to your grandma, how would you feel about it? You know. So our business model here is like we never charge for shit like that, but for the services that we do offer, we make money on. Like for the stuff that we do, for the data recoveries, for the clicking hard drives, for the board repairs, like we charge our fee. But for the easy stuff or the simple stuff like that, like if I'm just pressing a button that's in plain view, I don't bill people for that. And I've gotten a lot of crap for that. I've gotten a lot over the years, like, you know, Aren't you in business to make money? Why are you doing things for free? You're devaluing your craft. I'm like, not really. You know, it really comes down to how they feel when they figure it out. But not even so much that. It's about wanting to retain that person long term. So I would say, I don't think you're even necessarily a bad person morally. I just think that if you doing that, it's going to be more difficult to retain business long term. So if you tell them that was the only issue and you just say, just leave a tip, you have someone who trusts you for life and who's going to tell every single person they know to only go to you, nobody but you, for the rest of their life. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And you kind of don't want to fuck that up. So be careful there. It's not even that I'm a good guy. Don't get it twisted, Mad Mods. It's just... how do I put this? I thought you weren't going to come today. I'm the boss. I can change my mind and make it up as I please. Is your bike there or no? Also, the XT90 connector broke off of my wiring. So I had to come here to resolder it anyway. So I figured I might as well do a stream. And I rewired a bit of my bike so it looks better. But anyway, like I don't know if there's a such thing as true altruism. I just think that there are people that want to make money and they want to make money. There's just a different way to go about trying to make the money. Because I'm as greedy as anybody else. It's just I try to go about it in a manner where I can sleep at night. James, knowing how to fix a problem is valuable, but you have to balance that with your reputation. What's worth more? Yeah, again, for me, it's not even about the not making money thing. It's not about like devaluing the craft or saying, making money is wrong. For me, if I tell that person, I just had to press a button and now it works, and I give it back to them and they go, the other place wanted $200 to fix this, I now have their trust for life. And that person is going to, it's kind of like the way coronavirus spreads. Like, you're going to talk to someone, you get them sick. You talk to 3 people, you get those 3 people sick. Those 3 people, hang out with another 10 people, they get those people sick. Then those 10 people get another 10 people sick, and so on and so on. But it's the opposite. It spreads in a good way. So it uses the same transmission vector as coronavirus, but you're spreading positivity rather than coughing and misery and occasionally death. The idea is to get people to want to do business with you because of that. Because there were a lot of people that said that when I did that CBC News piece, Louis would have never given that away for free, or he's an idiot if he did that, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, not really. 9 out of 10 people are going to say, just replace the display cable. I don't want that bent back piece of shit in my $3,000 computer, and they pay the $75 to $150 to replace it. The 1 out of 10 that can't pay to do that, they will remember that I could have fucked them over. I had them. And the thing is, like, how you deal with people when you have an option to fuck them over, but you don't, how you deal with people when you could be technically 100% in the right to just take their money over something that's really basic. I think that defines character to some extent. There's a lot of stuff that we do here. Like, don't get it twisted. People will say that cable is $5 and you charge $100 to replace it. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, for the things that I do make money off of it. But at the same time, it just comes down to, like, if I had to SMC reset, like, if I had to do what's written in the manual that came with the product, if I had to hold down the power button to get the machine to turn on, I don't know. How would I feel if I was on the other end of that transaction? And again, it's not even about that 180, because if I give that away and I explain what was wrong with it, and then I just say, just leave a tip, and then they leave without paying anything, in that moment, you think I made no money, but I actually made $10,000. Because the amount of publicity that I'm going to get from that one individual, that's $10,000 right there. It's not now. I don't get to see it now. I may not see it in the next 2 months. But 3 or 6 years from now, I'll see it. And then everybody else is going to just say, he was just lucky. He's lucky. That fuck. I put in all this work, but Louis is lucky. That's why he got that. It's because he made those videos. I installed Linux Mint on an acquaintance's laptop. The Win7 ran out of updates. She paid me $40, so has half of it. Thank you. Yeah, there are a lot of people that will say that, Louis was just lucky. That's the reason that he got here. And the same people that I've heard say that I know, or that I know the employees of, because I know the people that work at their firms, they were billing people $150 for a charge port and then giving them a free charger just to be nice, when in reality the only problem they had is a bad charger. And that business was spending $12,000 a month on AdWords at a time that I was spending $0 a month on AdWords. 6 years later, I have more business than they do, and I've spent a lot less money on advertising. Why? Because this is a better form of advertising. Now, you just so happen to be doing something nice while you're doing it. Is that really altruistic? Is it altruistic if you're actually trying to do something else? I don't know, but what I know is that the customer doesn't really care. They don't care if I'm being altruistic or just trying to kill two birds with one stone. Make more money in the long term, and make them happy without, bending them over the coals for holding down the power button in the short term. And that's the way I see it. We do, I will charge $300 or $400 for board repairs that I find simple, because there's no reasonable expectation that the average person is going to do that shit or do all the research to learn how to do that on their own. And there are a lot of things that we charge for, because there's a lot of repairs that we do where, like with logic board repair, where I could spend 4 hours on one fucking board and get nowhere, and if I don't get anywhere, I don't charge. So on the board repairs that do work, you have to charge to make up for it. But my marketing strategy is such that I try to avoid billing people for the super easy shit. Like removing lint from a charge port kind of thing. Or my favorite is the iPhone repair shops that a customer would come in. And this is what makes this so fucking despicable to me. So this is something that used to drive me nuts. With the iPhone 4 and 4S, I know, I'm old, I get it, but you don't have to have a cane to have been around in the iPhone 4 and 4S repair days. There would be a little piece of foam over the screen connector, over the screen plug. So this is the port on the phone. This is the plug on the screen. And then there's a metal plate that goes over it. Now, if you don't have a piece of foam on that, the metal plate is here, the plug is here, so if they drop it, then it just unplugs. If you don't put a little piece of foam there, it could be anything. You could put a piece of belly button lint in there. It doesn't matter. Something to slam it shut. The moment they fucking lay that thing down on a desk, especially since the cable is bending over like this, it looks like your arm, it's kind of bending over, it's going to pop up. And there are places that when the customer came back with the screen, they would say, oh yeah, it's only 10 or 20 bucks, it was an easy thing. And what makes me fucking sick, disgusted, is that the customer would then say, thank you so much, it was only 20 bucks, thank you! When in reality, the entire reason they had to come back there is because you're a stupid fuck that didn't put the piece of foam in the fucking screen connector. Ugh! But I'm not salty. I forget what I was even talking about. That was just a crazy bad memory. Anyway. Let's see if we get an image on this. But before we do that, where this you see how this was long screwed off here? I got to reattach this screw hole because that's just kind of nasty. Thanks for your advice. Also contacted Apple to get their case replaced because their battery needed servicing and their keyboard was stuck. Yeah, in that case, you're actually doing some stuff that is probably not even worth the 180. So go forth and collect without guilt. Let me get that screw out of there. Thanks for giving me the confidence to replace the U8900 in my 2012 MacBook Pro. Get some sushi. Says Stephanie Polynice. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay. It's not even really integrity, because people will give me credit for being altruistic, and it really is not altruism. It's the desire to make money. I will make more money if I don't charge you for the basic thing than I will make if I charge you for the basic thing. And what pisses me off is the same people that didn't want to do that stuff. Do you agree on people that says YouTube is basically free advertising for your business? Yes and no. So there's multiple schools of thought there. Behind door number one, you're going to have more stuff sent to you because you do videos on YouTube. Behind door number two, you are going to have more crap sent to you. Thank you, Stefan. You're going to have more crap sent in, and we do get a lot of crap sent in. Like for years, it was all pre-messed with crap because who is going on YouTube to look up board repair? It's not customers. Customers are going to use Google to find a repair service or Yelp. The people that are showing up here are the people that fucked up their own shit. And then it's also creating quite a bit of competition. How did you learn to do what you're doing now? Lots of trial and error. Lots of trial and error. On the other hand, you are going to get more people that show up to you because you show that you're competent in what you're doing, which is a good thing. But then you have people that send you a lot of broken shit that is not fixable, that you can't really do anything with because they saw you on YouTube, which is a bad thing. But you get more work, which is a good thing. But then lenders say, well, you give away how to do your job on YouTube, so we're not going to loan you money. Fuck you, which is a bad thing. A very bad thing. So, I don't know. I think overall it's positive. That's really not heating the way I need it to. I just kind of want an excuse to use a 250 watt soldering iron on a MacBook. Should I use a 250 watt soldering iron on a MacBook? Yeah. Whoa. That melted, that set into place fucking instantly. Did you see that? No, James, no worries. I enjoy discussion. Not pissed off at all. Okay, that was fun. I've always wanted to do that. That was instant! Wow! That screw hole just melted right on. Beautiful! I've always wanted to do that to a MacBook. I think that screw hole is verkackt. I'm gonna grab another one. Let's grab another one. This iron has incandescent lights in it. Look at that. I like that the screw hole is not only broken but also threaded. I've never had both of the above. Let's see. Yeah, that screw hole is fucked. We're just gonna grab another one off of a different board. Thank you, Mads Tech. It's good to have a solder blob in the hole. Protects the little board against getting long screwed again. Poor little board. I can only imagine the things that you've seen. Ruslan, I'm going to need you to up the quality of your questions. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Boot into an operating system. Boot into an operating system. Uh-oh. You're screwed. Let's see. What is GPU vCore? GPU vCore is 0.9. Okay, so you should be. 0.9 means I should be seeing something. Screen is 5 volts. The screen is activated. Backlight is 55, which means the screen is not plugged in properly. Oh yeah, I forgot. They said they opened this thing before, which means that pin 1 is going to be broken. Let's see. Is pin 1 broken on the screen cable? Of course it is. Of course it is. Sodomize the screw hole, sodomize the screen cables, sodomize everything. Poor freaking MacBook. Now I want to lower this, but I don't want it to touch this substrate down there. Can I reuse this shitty screen cable? Kinda. This is the kind of thing I'd expect Copass to do if I gave him a machine to put back together. I just heard the machine go pop. Let me guess. Backlight output is shorted to ground. Let me guess. Backlight fuse is blown. Backlight fuse is blown. Backlight output shorted to ground. Okay, you need a new screen cable in addition to a... I'm sorry, no bending pin magic for you. I should have checked that. Usually when people mess up and strip every screw, they usually fuck up the screen cable as well. It's a common. Alright, so we replace backlight fuse and put this in the queue for needing a screen cable as well. I don't know, Lego freak. I don't have an algorithm in my head for that. I need to find some way to keep track of all of that and then put it into a formula or some shit so that I could provide it as an answer. But I'm not that sophisticated. Is being not able to go to the gym affecting your mental health? That is the lowest in the list of things affecting my mental health. There's a lot of things that affect my mental health, and that's not one of them. Okay, let's see. Can I make this screen cable work? Okay, you can't be bending down like that, you little shit. Why the fuck am I fixing a $5 cable? Oh yeah, because I'm too lazy to take the screen off. Alright everybody, if you look at the screen right now, you're likely going to get UV in your eyes, which is not good for you. I'm not fixing that. She has all the tools to fix her own keyboard. Alright, let's see if we hear a pop again. Do we have a pop or do we have a happy screen backlight? I measured for resistance beforehand, so you're not allowed to pop. You're not allowed to pop. I checked the resistance and it was 100 kiloohms. 100 kiloohms is not a short. You're going to produce a backlight and you're going to like it. GPU's getting 0.9 volts. Screen is getting... What? Screen is getting 5. Oh, for fuck's sake. It actually is, JP. Fine! I'll get another test screen, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah, a new screen cable. Fuck that. I give up. You fucked up your machine too much for me to save that. I would have not charged you for a screen cable! I tried to avoid charging you for a screen cable!
Robust.
I don't know. Honestly, for an iPhone 10, if you want an original screen, I would just have it done in Apple. Then you don't have to worry about the knockoff not looking the same or the quality not being as nice. It's a fucking expensive phone, so I would just have Apple replace the screen on it. Okay. I'm looking at my pin again. I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. I really just don't want to get up. All of this comes from the severe desire to not get up. Pin 2 is useless. I don't give a fuck about pin 2. It doesn't even go anywhere. Okay. Ohms meter. 120. Yeah, again, I really don't see why not to go to Apple. The pricing isn't that when it comes to battery and screen. Like, it's a pain in the ass to find originals. You know, it's not like the iPhone 3 days where they just replaced the entire phone. Don't you smoke again, you piece of shit. Don't you smoke on me. Yes! Alright, all I need you to do is boot into the operating system, you piece of shit. Boot into the operating system and show the world that my repair worked. That's all I give a fuck about right now. Don't make me get up and try to find a screen. Very similar to digital. I just find the HAKKO more comfortable. I wasn't going to get up. I wasn't going to let it win. Right, let's see if this thing boots all the way. I don't have the trackpad or the I/O board plugged in, so it's going to boot slowly because it doesn't have several of the sensors that would be necessary. Let's get a nice manual focus on that. Oh yeah. Thank you, Ben McGrady. One thing you may notice is this board is taking 1.7 at 2 amps instead of 1.2 to 1.5 amps. That's very worrisome. That is the sign of something that is fucked. So I will boot into a test operating system in a moment. That does mean getting up, but at some point I am just going to have to live with it. That is a shitty battery plug from a shitty aftermarket battery. Alright, now the trackpad and right I/O board sensors are plugged in. As well as the battery. The fans are not spinning ridiculously fast anymore, which is a good thing. No, same shit. Okay. Louis, read my last super chat. Why can't you just post it instead of telling me to scroll? Because now I have to scroll. And scroll. And scroll. And scroll. Do you think Kopaz would just remove the display connector and solder the cable using small wires directly to the pins? No, I think he would stare at it. I'm pretty sure he would stare at it. And he would just keep staring at it and staring at it and staring at it. And why doesn't the option key work? Are you serious? See you later. Can you lock the door when you go?
Yeah.
Thanks. Why does the option key not work on this keyboard? If you're not going to let me choose a different operating system, that's where I drive out. That's where I leave. Hopefully you just have a bad left option. Alright, seems like they just have a bad left option key, no big deal. Let's boot up and see if it boots into a different operating system. Thank you, hi. I'm not sure what Kopaz would do. I think he would just stare at it and make silly noises. I think he would stare at it and go, Alright, boot up, you fuck. Come on, you're an SSD and USB 3. Faster booting than this should be possible. And you boot. So their operating system likely just needs a little bit of fixing, maybe a reinstall. And that's that. It boots up into an operating system and it works. So with this MacBook, what we needed to do was a little bit of chopping on the screen cable. May wind up replacing that. And redoing U8900 because the solder joints on this U8900 were absolutely awful. It is typical on the 2012 A1398 15-inch MacBook Pro Retina with board model 820-3332. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now. I'm going to leave this clusterfuck for Hi to edit. So many things to edit out in this video. He'll have fun with that. And I'll see you next time. Time to hit the stop recording button. Okay, where do I begin with notes for this? Where do I begin with notes for this? Nice, thank you, Ruslan. Three 1 804. No, I actually was working on my bike earlier. I was having some problems with the battery connector, but I fixed all that up before I started my stream. Thank you, Livingstock. Did someone just say typeracer.com? No, you didn't. Because you know you're going to lose. That's the thing. I just got a USB-C amp meter. Good. That's going to help you with a lot of diagnosing. It does half of the work for me. I'm glad you're getting the tools you need to do the job. Okay. How's it going? So today we're going to play a game of Type Racer. Ready? Damn. Alright, so today we're going to be getting started with a game of Type Racer. I suck. I have not gotten below 3 digits in a while. A big part of it is I miss my Microsoft 800 keyboard. That thing was amazing. This mechanical shit is really annoying. This mechanical thing fucks me up. I wonder if I have a... I'm going to see after this race if I have a Microsoft a Microsoft keyboard here that I can play with. Use... Alright, let's see if I can find a Microsoft keyboard. This thing sucks. Where is my good old-fashioned... Here we go. Bada bing, bada... Actually, this thing's gross. Ew. Why is this so fucking dirty? Jesus Christ. Well, I have gloves on, so no big deal. Alright, let's plug this thing in. See what I get with the Microsoft keyboard. Get this piece of shit. I hate mechanical keyboards. I don't know why this... I think I only got that thing because Paul doesn't like mechanical keyboards because he finds the noise annoying. So someone who watches the stream purposely bought me a mechanical keyboard to piss off Paul, which is kind of funny. You know, I'll give him that. This one's actually missing the legs, so this may wind up sucking even more. So... Is this the 600 or the 800? I forget. This is one of the best keyboards ever made. Yeah, the Microsoft 600. This is keyboard of the fucking champions right here. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's see, is this... Oh, this is weird. Yeah, without the leg, this is really fucking weird. This one's missing the leg. Can I prop it up with something, maybe? A container of flux, actually? Let's see. Can I... No, that's not right. Yeah, it wobbles. What can I prop this bitch up with? Now let's just try it like this. See how it is. Race again. All right. First place! See? Fuck mechanical keyboards. Alright. This thing was kind of fucking me up because it was making the keyboard uneven. Let's get this nice on the nice and flush. Yeah, this leg is actually... Let's get both of them out of there. So just using the rubber pieces. There we go. Now it's steady. Race again. Ah, fuck. Indeed, Jerry. Indeed. But yeah, I fucked that up. Alright, we gotta... That was terrible. Hannah, how do you use the rest of your fingers? It's too confusing for me. need to find my legs. I'm not used to the keyboard sitting like this. If I can get it like this, then I bet I can make up the extra words a minute that I'm losing out on. You know what? I'm thinking of buying another Microsoft 600 so I can get it with legs just to go back to Type Racer. I was kicking Steve's ass at 115, 123 when I had my real keyboard. My idea of a perfect government is one guy who sits in a small room at a desk and the only thing he's allowed to decide is who to nuke. A man is chosen based on some kind of IQ test and maybe also a physical tournament like a... Fuck! So close. Let me see if I have another one. If I have one with legs. This is a Logitech. That's fucking a piece of shit. This is... Whoa! Microsoft 600! With legs. Alright, here we go. Here we go. You ready for some first place scores? Fuck this piece of shit. Without its legs. Useless sack of crap. I like my keyboards like I like my centipedes, with lots of legs. Alright. Bada bing, bada bing. Yeah, baby! Leg, leg. Alright. Time to fuck up the game here. We're gonna change the game. Oh yeah. There's no going back now. Years writing a book almost no one reads, but he's also probably the greatest writer since anyway, he gets down to the end of his life and he looks back and decides that all those years he suffered, those were the best years of his life, 'cause they made him who he was. First place! Fuck out of here. Yeah, let's make a new room actually. Can we make a new room? Type Racer. Race your friends. Okay. And put the URL in the chat. Put the URL in the chat again. Put the URL in the chat again. Oh, this one sucks. Cappuccino. How the fuck are you supposed to spell cappuccino? Hello, I'm Eugene Levy. And yes, I'm an actor. No, I said cappuccino. I'm here to talk to you about something very important. And no, it's not about me or my career. I'm here to talk about subliminal messages in rock and roll music, or as it's simply known in some cultures, rock music. Damn you for using single quotes, you fuck. You see, for years, the government has been wisely coercing teenagers to buy products normally wouldn't want just to get their money. How the fuck am I first place? What the fuck is wrong with all of you? I didn't get the quotes after music like 3 times in a row. Like, I type music, quote, fuck, backspace, quote, fuck, backspace, quote, fuck, backspace. Are you typing with your feet? My God, you type like Kopaz Sodders. Jesus. Like, that was so bad. I kept fucking it up over and over and over, and you all still lost. OMG. Oh man, that's fucking shameful. I don't know how you guys sleep at night. That's fucking embarrassing. I gotta be honest with you. Alright, how do we redo? How do you redo? I was expecting to be in last place there. Join. Alright. This is way too long. God, we have not spoken this long or as often as we should. I've often been about other business. If I wanted forgiveness, I should ask for it, but for all that I have done and for all that I am yet to do, there can be no forgiveness. And yet I think I'm not an evil man. Evil men pray louder, seek penance, and stick themselves closer to heaven than I am. I shall not see its gates, Lord, nor hear your sweet words of salvation. I have seen eternity, I swear, but it was in dream, and in the morning was all was gone. I know myself for what I am, and I throw my poor soul upon your forgiveness in the full knowledge that I deserve none at your loving hands. Yo, what the fuck? Who's the turtle at 6 words a minute? 18 words a minute. 36 words a minute. Oh my god. Yeah, I What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you guys typing on MacBooks? You guys are typing on MacBooks, aren't you? There's no other explanation for this. I use Repair Shopper for now. All right, last one. Your chances of winning a lottery and of affecting an election are pretty similar. From a financial perspective, playing the lottery is a bad investment, but it's fun and relatively cheap. For the price of a ticket, you buy the right to fantasize how you'd spend the winnings, much as you get to fantasize that your vote will have some impact on policy. Yo, turtles. Turtles. Every last one of you is a turtle. I'm done. I'll come back when you guys get real keyboards. How about that? No, but seriously. Microsoft 600 keyboard. This thing is the shit. The only reason I don't use this on my desk is because it has a numpad, and I can't fit a keyboard on my desk with a numpad in my... I like to have a nice, small, well taken care of work area. This fits. This is just kind of a clusterfuck. But if you're typing all day, this keyboard will allow you to easily own random noobs on YouTube that don't know how to type. It's a really sweet keyboard. Influencer. All right. Yeah, JP. I couldn't get used to it because it doesn't have the palm rest. The palm rest is really a big part of what makes that usable. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the Windex killed it. Bro, you don't even type the way the layout of the keyboard is designed for. You just use index fingers. Bro, you suck. You type at 38 words per minute. Suck my dick. GTFO. Alright. What's next? You only type with 2 fingers. That's not how you type. I just wipe my ass with all of you. And now you're talking shit about my typing. I really can't type using the rest of my fingers. I don't know how to. I've tried. No, Pete Mitchell. That bike is actually totally fucked now, and I'm hoping to get it back from the guy that was working on it. So I just want him to bring it back. The controller got 58 volts to the throttle, so I got to replace the controller. I just want to get it back, and I just kind of hope that I get it back at this point. When I get it back, I will deal with the skipping, and at the very least have it as a bike. But I'm going to wind up building another one that's similar to Paul's. It uses SRAM stuff instead of this Shimano Dior shit. A lot of people have said that that's better for mid-drive motors, and Paul's doesn't have any skipping, so I want to build something from scratch with that. Try it again, for fuck's sake, says Alexander. I gave you guys 3 chances, man. Gave you guys 3 chances. What else you want? You want a 4th chance? Gave you guys like 3 chances. You fucked up each time. I was not on. Oh, excuses, excuses, excuses. All excuses. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you weren't. Excuses, excuses, excuses. You know what they call that? Excuses. Excuses. All right, time for me to get out of here. I'll see you all later. I really honestly just came in today to fix my bike. I wasn't supposed to actually fix any boards. But then I decided I might as well while I'm here. But yeah, I'm out of here. See you all later. I'd like to enjoy my evening. What I had to do was, on my spare bike that I have, I kind of fucked up I never really properly put on the battery connector. So I put it on properly with a little splitter for one section going to the motor, the other going to the DC converter to turn 58 volts into 12 for the lights and the charger and all that shit. And I kind of started planning for another one. I'm thinking of getting Paul's the Nishiki Colorado Comp, changing it to hydraulics, but I'm just like laying out the wires and how I want the wires to go so that it's all labeled. Because the main thing that happened with the guy I gave this bike to is the reason that he kind of fucked up is because I didn't label anything. So he wound up sending 58 volts to the throttle line, because they were both the same color. So I'm gonna make it a new one, but I'd like to put together one that's actually labeled properly, where all the stuff is laid out right, you know, where it's not a shame from a maintenance perspective, where it's not something that I'm ashamed of from that perspective, and go from there. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and I will see you all later. As always, I hope you learned something. It would be really cool to actually put together the Nishiki one.